Tom, this is a new day. It's the next day. It's a Sunday day, and this is another video, but I'm going to start it on this card. I've got 2 hours on this card. It's only going to be a short video, and hopefully we might catch. So Tom, this is a new video. Take one. There we are. It's Sunday the 23rd of July and it is 11:20. High water's in about an hour, probably hour and a quarter, I think, from yesterday. Maybe hour and 3/4, could be 2 hours, but it's imminent. So yeah, and we're here. I've always wanted to fish this mark since I was a little boy. Never got round to it, but it's come to happen today. So this is where we are. There used to be a ferry that used to run down there. There used to be an old wooden boat, and it used to row across the water and used to get up the other side. It used to cost 5p from what I remember, and you used to either be able to, so you'd be able to catch the bus, get a taxi, which you didn't do because you couldn't afford it, get the bus in for 15p, or you could take the ferry and come down the slope down there, get on the ferry, which was just a wooden boat, and you went straight across. And it was only an open big rowing boat. It was nothing massive. It wasn't like a ship with a great big motor. They might have had a motor on towards the end, I don't know, but I do seem to remember them rowing, I think. They certainly weren't using it as a punt. So yeah, we're fishing. There's a few snags down there apparently, the chap over there has just told me, but we'll just try and get the weight up and we'll see how it goes. I've always wanted to fish here since a boy and never did come down. I don't know why. You can see what the shore used to be like. There used to be wooden platforms there for people to dock the boats and stuff, and that's what some of the snags are. I don't think there's any snags there because this is a concrete slip that isn't being used now, I don't think. And you can see the wooden platforms that are there now. They used to be replicated all the way along for people to moor the boats up and whatever. So I shall get this. I'm using my mum's rod only today, so I'm only using one rod. If we blank, we blank. I'm not bothered. I just wanted to fish here. I've left my bait in the van. I just got to go get my bait and put a rig on, and then I'll bring you back. See you in a bit. Well, that's it. We cast it out. We are fishing. So yeah, hopefully we won't catch an eel. I'm fed up with eels, but yeah, a nice little bass would be all right. Perhaps a baby codlin. You never know. Could be the first Norfolk person to get a codlin out of this river. So you never know, do you? quite comfy sitting on this chair. I think the camera's still rolling. Yeah. Forgot about you, didn't I? I'll pop it down. The line's dragged round, but the tide's coming in. So, yes, what it is, isn't it? I love this rod and the other one. I love all my rods. I've got my brand new Kentuckys, I've got my fantastic Ziplexes, and they all feel different. It's unbelievable how they can just make a rod feel so different from each other, from the hundreds that they made. You won't get my sunglasses out of the blue bag, would you, Dan? It's right in front of you, the bag. Just a chilled out hour and a half, 2 hours. And Brett's coming now. I've messaged him, he's coming. He was on his way to his sister's. And he's still on South Town Road, so he said I'll turn round. So he's coming out. I've been telling him to fish here for ages. So when I reel this rod in, I'm going to change it to a 7-ounce weight. I just hope there's no huge snags and I get caught out. Got to put these on because they're a bit bright. It's a bit bright today. You alright, you comfy? Just any better or not? I think I'll get excited going. You'll be getting me pre-excited again. Remember them days? Is it peaceful air then? Is it peaceful air?
Not too bad.
You don't get no race tracks and stuff down there then?
Occasionally.
Right.
One or two of the youngsters at night, but the worst is over on the South Quay there.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they're not there now. Motorbikes mainly at the weekend.
Oh, right.
Oh, right.
But you just get used to it.
So you just lived there six odd years?
Years now, yeah.
Where'd you come from originally? Where did you move from? Part of the world?
Well, we lived Rugby in Warwickshire.
All right.
And then when I retired, and I didn't need to find any work, not a lot of work there.
No.
The missus always liked North Norfolk. The property up there is really ridiculous.
Yeah.
I bought a bungalow at Caister,
Right.
and then she sold an apartment in Spain. And we put the bungalow up for sale in Caister, with the money from that and the Spanish property. She was able to buy this one.
Yeah. My auntie and uncle used to live up on the road pub, the top road.
Yeah.
There used to be not the Tree Tons, but there used to be a pub further to the left.
Oh, right.
And my uncle used to have a shop on the corner.
Yeah.
But the pub is now, I think it's like a day centre or something. But I can't remember for the life of me what that pub was, because he used to send me next door to buy his Holston pills. Because he was a diabetic and he used to say to me there's no sugar in that.
Is it that building on the corner where the old cottage hospital is? Just around the corner?
I don't know. I drove past, the building is grey and it looks like a 1920s style
Right.
building, but it used to be a pub. It used to be a pub, and I think it's a day centre or something. And then on the corner house, that used to be my uncle. He used to live there and have a shop, and he also had a shop on Bells Road, which we took over because we moved up from Dereham to here.
Yeah.
And we ran that shop on 152 Bells Road and lived on the flat above. And they also had a house down on Riverside Road.
Yeah.
Them first few houses, as you turn onto it,
Yeah.
they had one of them.
Down where the Parrot Man is.
Yeah, well, it's literally about 3 houses from the Parrot Man.
Yeah.
Because I was outside there saying hello to the parrot yesterday when I went to get some bait.
Yeah, he's on the promenade some days with
Is he?
one, sometimes two. Not all the while, but occasionally you see him along there.
Yeah.
It's not the kids like it as well, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can put up with this here.
It's all right, isn't it?
We moved in 5th of January 2017. Yeah, 2017, 5th of January. Then on the radio it threatened a tidal surge.
They're always saying that down there.
We've been in here a week, watching it get further and further and further up. And they put road closed signs at either end.
Yeah.
And it just lapped up the bricks at the bottom.
Oh right, it got up that high, did it?
Over the road, yeah.
Wow.
But it didn't do any, it's never going to get into the home road.
No.
So that's the storage underneath.
Yeah.
Got a big step down into it. You couldn't put a car or boat or anything in there. Although it's big enough. And I was hanging out that man's window that Friday night watching it. But now it don't bother me anymore because we've been here that long.
No.
Yeah.
There's been so many. I mean, it has flooded before because in my auntie's house, up her wall, you could see all pimples in the plasterwork, and you could see where the water had got. But that was from years ago, 50s.
The guy that lives in the tall first house there,
Yeah.
he's got this large workshop here. It's bespoke kitchens and bedrooms and
Yeah.
wardrobes, whatever you want really. And what year it were now, he said once that we got up on this concrete step and into the workshop.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
But not done that for
For years, yeah.
and years.
Well done. Not just yet. I'm going to reel this in and check it because I want to make sure it's not snagged. I'm looking at the back of the camera and I can't see it and I'm thinking it's not on. Right, let's see if there's a snag there.
Oh, bloody let you out the other morning, you didn't put your hand up. Ah, right. That would have been manual, I reckon. Yeah. Nice look, eh?
Might lose it now, Dom.
Well, the old shape, not correct. Yeah. We don't like the new shape knockers. Yeah. There was another one there, 2000.
Bit of weed there, Dom, didn't
I did say.
I got myself a weed fish.
Go up right out past.
Quite a bit of weed. You got Dom?
You want to be right out past it.
I did have cast it right out. Took me round. But I've always wanted to fish it. Said it'd be a short session. I said to Brett, I said, if you come here, mate, we'll shoot your truck in my van and I'll take you round to your sister's. And it'll save him his battery, won't it?
Will we get it in the van? Oh, it all comes apart.
Comes
doesn't it?
apart, Dom. already got prawn as well, so.
There used to be.
Used to be good bait, good bait, but sometimes you catch and sometimes you don't.
There used to be a building over there that had red and white tower things, didn't it? Do you think they've pulled that down to make way for that bridge?
Probably a storage place down or something. Should bait elastic this on really, but I can't be bothered. I just want to put a bait on the hook and just cast it out. I ought to ring him now, don't say we're off, mate, it's Tweedy.
He might just come here and punch you.
Is that still recording? Yeah, of course it's still recording, burning. That's more than I did yesterday, Dom.
Well, all you did yesterday was talk.
Oh, I couldn't help that, could I? Left the bow in that line. Hopefully the weight and the line bowing will yeah, see that cast went like an Exa set. It did, an Exa set with a sidewinder after it.
Now in front of me.
Don't dull and I'll start panicking. Oh, this is the life, isn't it, Down? You're going to feed me a strawberry?
Let me get a big one so it chokes you.
Are you going to burp me?
Yeah, I'll use my fork.
Bloody beautiful, isn't it? What a little treasure place this is. I mean, you can't help the weed. I didn't get snagged then. Now, the only problem is, you have to reel it up. But I was down there and I wasn't snagged, was I? No. Man, you get fed up with strawberries. You know what they do to you, don't you?
What?
Make your mouth go, don't they? Look at this, the wife has hurt her wrist. So I luckily had a brace in my van which I need for my wrist. And now she's... Well, that means that I've used quite a bit of the SIM card, but I've still got over an hour on it. I don't plan on being there over an hour, do we? Sure, I just wanted to fish this, man. Just wanted to fish it and be here. Are we getting fed up with him?
No, I put the little one back and brought this one for if we share it. And I brought watermelon as well because you said you like watermelon.
There we come.
We need to move up. You know what I'm saying? Some fish will break them off. Just put your stuff in the bag. They'll go, what?
If it rains, I'm just getting 2 brollies out there.
I'm not touching the brolly. After you.
ain't gonna wave, is he? Look, I'm fucking waving at the This is all.
Hello.
You alright, mate?
Fancy seeing you here.
You look weird.
There's a bit of weed, but it's only bladder-rack.
Told you that. Really bad here. Actually, it's not as bad as it's been.
If you cast to the right, it's settled. I've got a 7-ounce weight on. Just let out some lime so you get a bit of a bow in it. And it's now sitting in front of me. But I've already had a reel in, I think it's now. Just got to reel it in fast. Get that weight up. Well, you got your spinning rod then?
Yeah, I was just gonna have a quick spin while I'm, you know, at the river on the way to Nicky's. It wasn't the lug as well, because I wanted to put a single lug on. But...
Well, we weren't expecting to still be here, but we are. It was too late last night by the time we finished with some friends, and that was like big sleep.
I didn't hear from you last night. I thought, oh, he's gone, I'm going to move.
No. Didn't check the film out. I was around my mate till 10 minutes.
Yeah.
2 minutes past 10, half past 10.
Chatting away, didn't realise the time, you know how it's like.
Where do you live?
He lives at a, he lives in a static building at the minute. He sold all his house. He's waiting for his house to be built. He hasn't even started that phase of the estate yet. So he sticks around now. Won't last with it.
No.
But so he's in there. But I'd consider staying in it. It's alright, I like it. It's alright. The only thing is the sleeping police can do living.
Yeah.
Where is it?
Oh, out Dalton way.
Oh, right.
Let's go with sun a minute ago.
I know, we're not, as I started to go off towards Nicky's, I thought, bloody hell, that's hot. There's number 7.
Oh, just down there, mate. There's that slip. This is Hardy's place. I think it's Hardy's place. Does it say it out on the wall there?
Derby's hard.
Derby's hard, yeah.
So you couldn't even get that right.
Well, it's difficult, isn't it? Got to catch a fish if we come down to Norfolk, can I?
Oh yeah, it's deep so, isn't it? I think so, mate.
It weren't raining a minute ago.
No. It happens though, doesn't it, Pet? Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Right, see you, Martin.
Hello. Yeah. Ben's been feeding the biscuits.
Where is it?
Under your tyre. You know what?
Well,
You don't bring the fucking rain with you, don't you?
It weren't raining when we turned up.
Could have been at my sister's now. Dry. Is that why I'm pulling that bag
Well,
out?
have you seen?
Oh, babe, what did you do? Did you strain it?
Yeah. I said to him this morning, I said, Christ, my bloody wrist is sore. I said I landed straight on it yesterday. Well, it's got a bruise coming on it, but I think it's just sprained, but it gets me out of washing up for a while. Cooking and cleaning, you know. Bloody hell.
Crying out loud.
I know, mate.
I'm not sure I'm safe with this brolly.
No, you're alright. That's what I'm saying.
bloody
Well, at least
ring-
I'm here to come to your rescue, babe, like yesterday.
Unless someone just moaning about the cost of the brolly, you know.
Yeah. You can't believe that, can you?
Oh, you fucking see.
Fold it over.
I was fucking enjoying it, see. That's a shower and a half, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, I wonder.
My camera's getting wet.
Oh, you have to move it over here for it to go under this hole.
You see, this van went there, you see, and I could have had my van there and fishing underneath my lid on my van, and it'd have been alright.
Everywhere. Oh, I wonder.
Well,
Go on, let's get underneath my van. You're alright there, petting you. You're dry, aren't you?
I even got a
We got rain. This is Norfolk for you.
It's ideal, this, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Well, the rain don't come down. I can see. Right, Pat. That's 2 cloths I've got now wet.
Yeah, it's going to stop now, look.
See, it's live again because it said it weren't going to rain until 1 o'clock.
I know, you can't even trust the Met Office, mate.
No rain.
Yeah.
No rain. Well, it says 10%. 10% does mean rain. It'll just be a shower. It's
Ring
gonna
it.
fucking bucket it.
Ring them up and say, didn't you mean 90%?
Climate change, mate, they'll say.
Yeah. I just been rendering yesterday's video.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'll
When's
put
that
that
going up?
later today.
Is it?
Yeah. And the idea was I got my go to Nicky's and on the way just do a short little video. Maybe, you know, for a couple of days' time.
It's desperate to fish this. We saw the weather. I said we're here. So let's go get breakfast. I'll buy the prawns. And if I can get parked, we'll fish it. If I can't get parked, we'll go on them. I thought I'll get on there. You could do this, can't it? It'd be something different, wouldn't it?
Blue there. Huh?
It'd be different, wouldn't it, for you on your videos?
Yeah, I just.
He's ever so nice, that bloke as well. I've been having a right old nat with him. He's only lived there 6 years.
Fucking live.
Yeah, he's only lived there 6 years.
But that one,
He moved in, he said, and then there was a flood warning on the river. He said, and it just came up and was just touching the bottom step. He shut this road off, he said. And that was that.
What a lovely little place. That'd be a bit of me, that. It's fuck living up there.
Well, that bloke who lives up there in that tall one owns the big white building down there, and he does bespoke wood furniture.
Oh, right, yeah, I've seen that open as I've come past. Blue skies now.
Don't worry about it, it's just a shower, isn't it?
No, so just on my way to Nicky's. Got black like double bed sheet for me.
Alright.
That's the backdrop, you know, from the heating video. I haven't sent to Verns. So whenever I had things delivered to me, they don't always get to me. Because the front door of my building is not mine, it's for him upstairs. My entrance is back. So quite often
Recording now?
Yes, on.
Oh, I'll ring Tanisha in a bit.
And what do you want to ring her for?
She's just asked me. I sent her a picture of my wrist.
You put it on Instagram.
Yeah, I know.
I went, oh.
I know, I saw it. Git.
How's your knee?
It's alright, just means that you've got to do the housework and all the cooking. That's right, innit, Brett?
Huh?
He's now got to do all the cooking and cleaning, hasn't he?
Absolutely.
See?
Oh, yes. Look forward to that.
What I'd do anyway.
You know, the way he ran to my rescue yesterday like a hero. You're right, Dom. I was sat with Dad yesterday and
Camera's on, Pet.
the gust of wind came. I'm going to put my... Is the van on, Dum Dum?
Yeah?
I'm
Why?
going to put my book away. And
Don't trip, fall down there, for fuck's sake. You're standing on your skirt. It's a lovely spot though, Brett, isn't it? Oh dear. Must be some...
Amazing how far I can cast a little low with this thing.
Yeah. Well, they're made for it, aren't they? For that particular weights, aren't they? No one at Folkes's skip, mate. There's nobody at Folkes's skip either. No. Don't feel as though you got to swear on my video. I don't swear on yours, do I? Hey, I'm always a good boy. You got out.
That's not good. No. Jessie, alright? Yeah. Good. Good. That's what you want, isn't it? Hey, what, you having to something to eat with them, are you? When they come? Alright then, Dad, I'll let you get off. I'll give you a ring when we're on our way in, and so you know what we're doing. Alright, see you later. Bye, love you.
She said love you back, Mum.
No, she never does.
No, she doesn't, does she? You know why? Because she's as callous as you.
Then I've trained her well.
She's like hot point fridge, that girl.
Yep. I have a ready for the world, that's what that's called. Oh no, I might go sit in the van, I'm just going to start again.
Why?
caught anything?
You what?
Think you caught anything?
I ain't caught anything now, but I've got bait out there to catch something though. Can't catch it on the sofa, can you?
I'm really glad you lured me over.
Well, the sun was out when I rung you, wasn't it?
Were you singing on the way here, Brett?
It weren't a rain song.
That'll only be a shower.
Yeah.
You got thick skin, I know. You watch, he'll pull a £6 bass out in a minute. He won't be bothered, he'll run in the water after it.
Oh, yeah.
You must only be 5 minutes on wander, aren't you, from them?
Yeah, about 10.
10?
I won't be going to Mickey's though. I'm going to tag and tag it home. After Mickey's. I'll go around tomorrow.
What, even if I drop you off there?
Yeah. I don't want to risk it.
Oh, right, yeah.
The batteries on here just arm.
We can stop at Brett's and pick his charger up if he wants.
How long does it take to charge him up?
Full charge is about 6-7 hours.
Always stop at yours and pick your charger up. Is it big or small?
What?
Is it a big charger?
No. No, but I'll just do them and I'll just charge it. And then go to Nick's tomorrow.
Did you charge it yet last night then as well? Or?
No.
No, right.
Because I fully charged it before I went to the pier yesterday.
Yeah.
And that was alright. But as soon as I started going up the road to Nick's today, that just dropped. It's them batteries, they're just not good.
Well, if there's rain go, that'll be alright. Ain't supposed to rain till 3 o'clock now.
Well, I think it's rained early.
I think it's just showers down. I don't think it's gonna. It might do.
I was going to say you got something then, but it's your lure, innit?
That's about the size of that bass I caught yesterday.
Yeah, well.
So I started a Facebook group for the tight lines,
Alright.
so we can do away with the WhatsApp group. And then anyone can just join on the Facebook group, can't they, and chat if they want to.
Yeah.
I put down all the dates on there and all that.
Might get a few more as well, mightn't you?
Okay. What date and everyone then.
Alright, let's check this. I don't think there's so much weed on this one, right?
Yet.
I don't think there is. You've got weed on that bit there. Come on, Mum.
Have you ever fished this bit before, Brett?
No.
No.
That slope for about 10 minutes.
Yeah. And thought there's too much weed?
Well, it's a river and it goes up and down. Never gets out, does it? That's the problem. Sun's out again, blue sky. It's like the Mediterranean.
It looks it over there.
All my baits are gone. Must be a few crabs out there, Brett.
What?
Must be a few crabs out there. Good place for a crab pot.
You can swim.
Yeah. Just got to reel in regular, haven't you?
Wonder why it's
Look at that rain over there, over the bear.
Wonder why it's really weedy. This stuff's growing out of the floor, isn't it?
Looks like it.
Yeah. But that don't affect you because you're up in the water. Just pull it over it then. Right, we shall bait up with some more prawn. Never baited up so much in my life.
Didn't you just put all one on?
Nah, too big there. They're only small hooks. Want to catch some. You see, I know now how John Spaltenfield's always blanking. And that's why he went fishing with me, so he could catch some fish at Trunch, because he knew I wouldn't catch. But then I caught the first one, and I thought, here we go, I'm going to whitewash them all. And then that was it for me, and he then slaughtered me with a bass in 2 hours.
See? You were getting too clever. Oh.
You got one? You got one? Well, you pulled that out easy, didn't you? Huh? You got a weed fish, mate.
No.
That's a monster. Not as big as the one I got first cast, right? But just leave that to settle with that line out. There's no point reeling it in, tighten up onto it. That's it. So yeah, so I've always wanted to fish here, even as a young boy. And here we are, and it's rained twice since we've been here, but the sun's out again. It's glorious, isn't it, Dan?
Apart from over there, look at all that over
Yeah,
there.
it's over the pier and the new harbour. It's chucking it down. So I feel like Elton John with these sunglasses on, Dan.
Yeah, not quite sure that's a good thing.
I would say Stevie Wonder, but I can't do that.
I'm not sure you want to feel like Elton
No,
John.
I don't want to feel like Elton John. One bloke that should have packed up singing ages ago. But these things are mental.
You've just pushed them down.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't like him. He had a good few songs in the 70s when he could sing really well, but look, don't switch off because I've just dissed. Is that the correct technology word these days?
Down with the kids.
The marvellous Elton John, because Rocket Man was good. What was another good one that I liked?
Pinball Wizard.
Yeah, that was alright, but there was another song as well, weren't there, around that time of Rocket Man that I liked. But that's irrelevant, innit? Because I don't.
even think
I'm
you're
not.
used to sing.
He's got a handful of songs, isn't he?
We definitely can't.
That I
sing
like,
now.
anyhow.
Circle of Life.
He did one with George Michael.
Hope you got suntan oil on, Brett. You could sizzle up there.
Now, you get the grass skirt on a minute.
Put you on the rod because we're not here long, so I'm filming like crazy. It's like Billy-O, isn't it, Dan?
Yeah.
We'll give you different angles of the river, so where you're looking you might just see above that building there, you might see Britannia. That's Nelson's, that's a column for Nelson's column, innit?
Yeah.
A column for Nelson, I meant to say.
Nelson's column.
But they stuck Britannia on top. I suppose that's because he was the protector. And there used to be a race course over there as well. There used to be a race course over that side of the river years ago. I don't think it was a point to point. I think it was just a race course. And then it all become industrial.
It's been industrial years.
Well, for as long as we've been there it has. But there used to be a race course there. Years ago down. And down there, where you see that blue boat is, right next to my wife's sunglasses, is there used to be a ferry there. Used to go across. Well, it used to be there within 10 or 20 yards. Might have been 30, so don't quote me on it. It's just my opinion it was there. But I seem to remember walking down the slope and getting on it there. We've got Bretsky trying to catch garfish and mackerel. Or a bass. It's glorious now, Brett, isn't it?
You told your viewers that you've adopted me now.
No, I ain't adopted you.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking hell, because I've got enough trouble with 5 cats.
We've just got rid of our kids. We don't want any more.
I took a picture of this burger van yesterday, Brett, because it was in Tesco's when we were in there, and I was going to send you a picture.
You go all over the place.
Yeah.
You often stop somewhere near the high street, round near the pubs and that.
I'm chuffed with that rod. Darren's come up really well. Got to look after it because the cork handle, to replace that cork handle, I'd have to take all the eyes off and slide it down from the end, so I'd have to re-whip it again, which isn't too much work. But I'd have to take the brass ferrule off, and I wouldn't want to do that because that's that I didn't touch that brass ferrule. That joint is still the same as the day I got it.
They're in the lakes. It's raining, but not overly
Of course,
heavy.
they left early then.
Yeah.
Good. Well, if they get pitched up, they're sorted, then they can live in there, can't they?
Yeah.
I'm right chuffed with that rod. I keep saying it, don't I? But that's because I'm pet. I'm chuffed with it. And there's even a slight defect in the cotton thread on the eyes. Yeah. I actually put the PVA on that to keep the colour of the thread for when you put the high build on.
Yeah.
But in places the thread has gone slightly darker.
Yeah.
But that adds to it because that makes it look older but in really good condition. Down.
Yeah. I'm listening to you.
I know you are. It's just like normal, Don. You've got it after a tea now, haven't you? After 30 years, odd years, you
How
just
long?
got it.
How long?
Well, 30 odd, 33 is it? 87,
How old am I now?
36, 87.
I'm 51 now, aren't I?
Well, I don't work it out like that. Yeah, 33 years we've been together. 33 years.
Life saving.
It's a good job I got chiselled good looks into it out of granite.
Yeah.
That's nice now, Don. It's just like it was when we first got here. It's nice to hear the birds, isn't it? I love seagulls, I do. I could wake up, I could wake, yeah, I can't see them, but I could wake up every morning to that racket. Now they're up in the sky, look. Then 3, 4, 5, 6 of them flying about.
Sound like there's more than that.
Wouldn't it be nice just to catch one? I've got tiny hooks on. You can only do your best, can't you, Don? Can't do no more.
We might have to sell up and buy somewhere by the sea.
Yeah, I won't come back here.
No.
You should never move back, should you?
Because it's never the same.
Well, we just come here, don't we, and say that road's changed. Can't go down there anymore. Can't park here. Used to park all the way around here. Can't park because they've got yellow lines, haven't they? But then you find
Spain? Should we buy somewhere in Spain?
don't like Spain. So then you find a little tiny snicket like we're here on an old slip, and it's it could be. You're not listening to me, are you?
Like you said we were going to.
No, you said that's the problem, innit? You always say, and I just think, right, that ain't gonna happen, is it? Perhaps we should have had a 10-year plan. Trouble is, on year 9, it always goes tits up, doesn't it? But yeah, this could be 1980 sat here, couldn't it?
Could be.
Apart from a lot of the houses are newer and changed on the riverside.
I'd have been 8 in 1980.
Would you?
Yeah. So that
So
would
I'd
be
have
all
been.
kinds of wrong.
I'd have been 12. Now you could have a butterfly net trying to catch crabs. Bit of a pun there, really, isn't there? But I didn't do it, did I, Dal?
No, you didn't. You're learning.
I'm getting a good boy, aren't I?
So are you going to accept your challenge then?
No.
And they got the pubs round it, and then each, like, the Saturday night will be the burger van, then they'll have a pizza van turn up another night, and
Fish and chips on Thursday.
So then, because they're out in the sticks, aren't they? So
I nearly got a pitch in the car park of a pub in Gorleston. That didn't come off, but I really wanted that.
because you find people will go, they'll have a drink, have something to eat, won't they?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They normally walk up the street and go KFC or something like that, or McDonald's, or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would have been ideal. But say, you get the right spot, you can earn a lot of money.
Yeah.
Because there's so much profit in food, it's unbelievable. Like 300 to 400%.
You just want somewhere that's all year round spot, don't you?
Yeah.
And then people get to know you there, and they come to you then, don't they?
Exactly. Well, that's what happened with me, but the trouble was, because I was on the South Quay, for everyone from here, that's quite a travel just to go and get a burger. But I did do well, because I did all the homemade burgers too.
Yeah.
Real tasty shit.
And this bloke was parked in Tesco's. He was buying his food from there, I guess. But he could have been getting his shopping for him as well, couldn't he?
Well, yeah, but like I'd get sometimes. I mean, like I say, I use proper mince for my burgers. But if I didn't, I'd go. There's a place up on South Street called Savoy's where you can get every food imaginable there.
I drove past that White Swan pub yesterday, and they've got a board out, just hanging out from the building, and it says fish for sale. So I don't know whether they sell fish, whether it's a pub come. I don't understand, because we just drove past and saw it, but you wouldn't have a pub.
They had a sign up that said fresh lobster and crab.
You wouldn't have a pub that say fish for sale, would you? You'd have a menu, wouldn't you, or something? So I don't know if there's an old fishmonger there or whatever.
Well, years ago, did you ever go to that Barnby Swan?
No.
Because they were famous for their fish dishes.
Yeah.
Big lobsters and shit like that. I never went, but apparently they were brilliant.
Now, opposite the train station in Yarmouth, there used to be a pub that was a biker's pub.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. What was that called?
What was that called?
We can't think of it. Shalley and Gorleston.
Yeah, the little...
Next to the police station, isn't it?
Yeah.
called the
But then
Chalet.
up there,
Yeah, it's still
Yeah.
going.
She still only charges about 2 or 3 quid for fucking dinner.
Yeah, but that always used to have motorbikes outside at
they
night
still
time.
do
Yeah.
that.
But there was one
In
when you
Yarmouth.
come over that roundabout opposite Vauxhall. That on the right there used to be a bikers pub, and it was like a wooden shack, I think.
Oh, right, yeah,
And I can't remember what it was called, whether it was Rustlers or whatever it was called,
it's
something
not
like
there
that.
now. It's all been pulled down. But
Yeah. I can't remember. That's not a place I ever went to.
No,
No.
we never went because you're like, whoa,
you used to see them all there, though, didn't you?
big
Used to have
rusty
hundreds of
bikers.
bikes
Do you know what I
there.
mean?
Well, I'll tell you where I used to go. Well, I did used to go where that was always full of bikers, and that was an awesome pub. They didn't even have a floor, it was fucking sand.
Right.
Gorleston-On-Sea.
I don't know that
Where's
one.
that?
Gorleston.
Oh, right.
That's actually on the river.
All right.
Ain't on the way to Norwich, is it?
Yeah.
We went to a pub. I went into a pub with my mate Barry, and I walked in there and there was sawdust all over the floor,
That'll be it. That'll be Gorleston-On-Sea.
and they had spittoons and everything, and I couldn't believe it. And
Yeah,
I had
your
a
own beer.
pint in there with Barry, and he took me out for the night, and I come back and I said to Karen, I'm going to take you to a pub. And it was a few months later, but I took her there. I said, you won't believe this, all the way there, sawdust on the floor, down. You won't believe it. You won't believe it. And we walked in there. There's a fucking carpet on the floor, and it's already been decorated, and the carpet on the floor. And I was like, I don't believe it.
Yeah.
I used to love it. We used to go there. You say there was sand or sawdust on the floor, generator, they brewed their own beer, and they had people with violins and guitars and all that just jamming in the corner.
Yeah.
The first time I went, I was 20, and I was taking my girlfriend there for the first time, and she was like a model, right? And she wore like proper ladies' clothes, a nice dress and all that. I was done up in a fucking suit trying to impress. Never been there before, didn't even know about the place. I said, this look alright. Go there, fucking bikers, wall to wall, right? And I just stopped and went, oh shit. But we got a pint, sat down, 4 bikers come over, sat down. I thought, oh fucked, I'm done for, they're gonna nick my bird and everything. Best night I ever had in my life.
Yeah.
Never bought a drink all night. No, they all come over, we had a fucking mega laugh. And like I say, they bought all the drinks, and they were the loveliest blokes you could ever meet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They were probably just pleased that you went in there.
probably, yeah.
I was gutted when we went in there, weren't I?
Yeah.
I never stopped like I'd done. I never stopped. Where's sawdust gone? I
Yeah.
can't believe it. Because I walked in with Barry. Barry said, I'll take you to a pub. And we went in there. I was like, Jesus wept.
Yeah, yeah. I don't, like I say, I mean, that was, well, I was in my 20s last time I went, so I don't know what it's like now.
We went into a pub like that somewhere else as well. Well, no, it was at Wells-on-Sea, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They had sawdust on the floor, didn't
Yeah.
they? And we had a great time.
Old
we,
tables and chairs, dartboard.
dartboard. We were playing darts. That took us about an hour to get the double to finish the game. We were there
Yeah.
throwing doubles all bloody day. Well, trying to throw a double. And we went back there the next year, didn't we?
Yeah.
And it had been bought, and the original owner had gone, and they'd turned it into a pub. I had a glass of wine and a pint. It cost me £13.50. I kept the receipt for years. Couldn't believe it.
Well, you can
And the
imagine what it was
sawdust
like.
had gone, carpets, and they were
Yeah.
doing meals.
And all meals. And when we were sat there,
They were busier though, weren't they? Though?
they were packed out, but it was all holiday makers, no locals. And
So we had to walk up into Wells, and we found a local pub, because I was like, I went in the butcher's. Where's the locals drink, mate? Because I ain't drinking down there. They charge a fortune. He just laughed. He says, go up there and you'll see a pub at the top of the road. And we went and we spent the rest of the day in there, and then
It's a
walked
nice
back
pub.
to the
You
van,
know
didn't
why,
we?
didn't you? They all changed like that and went to concentrating on food and trying to be posh, because ever since they banned smoking in pubs, all the pubs went downhill, didn't they?
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
well, this one at Wells, when we were sat there, the till was ringing, and there weren't a single bill under 50 quid, was there?
No, it's terrible.
And you know, when people
said,
go
"Mate,
on holiday
sit
to
that-
the seaside with their kids,
Sit
don't
that.
they?
I said, I want to sit down for a bit.
Well, like we had, because when I lived in Canada, I went there in 2003, and they banned smoking in the pubs there a couple of years before here.
Yeah.
But, and like, cause we wondered how that was going to work, because obviously in the winter it's brutal over there.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, our pubs are going to be empty in the winter, but they didn't. They put these massive awnings up, and they had these lights in the garden area, right? That only sort of did it right up the garden, but there was those gas powered
Yeah.
heaters. Middle of winter, I'm standing there like this in a t-shirt.
Yeah.
They were brilliant.
I'd fish this all the time. I'd come.
Well,
It's a pleasant
look
area.
at it. You're right next to the water. This is better than anywhere I fish.
That put me off.
All the
Well,
way.
it's
that
them.
wave.
Oh, does it?
Well, it did.
Right.
I mean, now I've had a go, it's probably not that bad, but...
Might be different with a little rod, but you've got a big rod and a good weight on. Once you get that weight up, you can drag it along the top of the water with a quick reel.
Yeah.
And that ain't a quick reel, but it's doing all right.
We used to drink in the 2 next one, didn't we?
Yeah, you used to love a two neck. So I used to go in there. I used to come down, see Karen Friday night, and then Saturday she'd go to work, and I'd go in the 2 neck Swan with newspaper and that drink, and wait until you come out of work dinner.
Yeah.
I was going to say, get your umbrella ready.
Hatches up for you, Brett, so you don't get saturated.
I should have brought that little brolly as well, shouldn't I?
Denise said, should I put cats out? I said, yeah. She says, it's raining. I was like, oh. Now put them out. Sod it. They'll find somewhere to stay dry.
Yeah, they always do. They always do. Don't want the blooming wind catching hold of me again.
I
No.
thought you had to sort your classroom out today, darling.
That's Monday.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Of course, yeah, Sunday, that's good.
I'm going in early Monday. I shall be in there for 5 or 6. Get some hours banged in.
I'm not going in that early.
And then I've got to chop up some stuff with Karen and move some soil. Put the wheelbarrow in tonight, Don.
Yeah. Well, you can always come back and pick me up.
I will do.
That's all right, Nick. That worked out well, because I got dragged out fishing by Verns. He didn't do them yet.
Kidding me. He went, what? That'll be good. You'll like it.
I enjoyed it.
I went, yeah. Maybe if I had a coat.
You did have a coat, didn't you?
No. I thought we were going out.
Well, why would you think that? We did go out.
You know, maybe a nice meal, a few drinks. But no.
It was our anniversary, darling. Why would I take you to a meal when I could take
Would
you
you
to
get hot dog
Speedway?
and cherry 7-Up?
I don't know if we got anything, did we?
We got
Oh yeah, what they do was it chips and something.
a tray of chips, which were the worst chips you could
Yeah, it
ever
weren't good.
imagine, and a can of drink. There you go.
Actually, I had chips last night. I went out and bought some of them crinkle cuts after I saw you eat them for tea. I thought you can't have one up on me on chips.
Well, I was eating my chips last night and I kept looking at the board outside KFC and I was thinking they aren't crinkled, are they? It'd be nice because all your bean juice would grip to it, wouldn't it?
They used to be though.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you used to be able to get a family feast with, like you say, with a Viennetta.
Yeah,
We
little
used to get
Viennetta.
each
That's
other-
right, yeah, I remember a Viennetta.
Because we used to
Yeah,
take
yeah.
it home, didn't we?
Yeah, I remember now.
And the girls used to have their ice cream and great big thing of ice cream.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Viennetta has fallen from grace now, hasn't it?
I ain't had it for years.
It's always
I don't know.
fucking cheesecake in supermarkets now, isn't
I
it?
love, that's my favourite dessert.
Oh, is it? I hate. I'd see now. I if they say do you want cheesecake, no.
I have to.
And then if they say do you want chocolate cake, no, I don't want cake. I'm not keen on cake either.
I'm not a big cake eater, but I do love my cheesecakes.
I like lemon drizzle cake.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
I like the fancy cake, you know, the good stuff. But you can't beat egg custard, bread and butter pudding.
I love egg custard.
I like anything really that has the word cake in it.
I like upside down treacle pudding. I like that.
Oh, with the hot one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fill it with treacle.
absolutely.
And then Mum used to pour more treacle on top.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah. We used, and then
Any custard?
We used to put tin milk on that and all.
oh, tin milk on now. I wouldn't do that. That's wrong.
That's what we had with all our desserts
Yeah.
as kids. Tin milk.
Are you talking about Tip Top? Or are you talking
No,
about
evaporated milk.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, that's
We
like
used to have
stuff.
evaporated milk on strawberries, coated
yeah.
in sugar.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can you still buy bloody Tip Top?
Yeah, of course you can. I would have thought so.
I've never seen it.
I don't know. I've never actually heard that, but for like since I was a kid.
Tip Top was posh, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You know, if you had a bit more money, you'd walk past the Evaporated and go straight to Tip Top.
On your way to get some smash.
But then you didn't have fresh cream back then, did you? Because even the dessert, even the cakes from the bakeries used to have that sweet cream, didn't they? And do you remember?
Yeah.
And you grew up with that, and now I miss it. You couldn't get that in a cream cake at all now.
No. I like my chocolate eclairs with the cream in, you know.
Yeah.
Or them round ones. What are they called?
The profiterolles.
Profiteroles.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're just too light. I'll go through a whole box of that.
He says to me one night, I'm cooking tea, we're going to have a 1970s night. And it was a, what's them pies in the tin?
Frey Bentus.
Frey Bentus
The
pie.
pudding or the pie?
Smash, the pie. Smash. And what was peas and sweet corn or something you did, didn't you?
Yeah, something or other.
Yeah. Tinned veg. And he went, there you go. Lovely. Thank you very much.
And then we had, for afters, we had Arctic roll.
Yeah.
And you put your fork in it, and it was like fucking eating peas. It just goes skidding off because the ice cream was so hard in the middle, wasn't it?
That weren't as bad as the other time he said he was going to cook tea, and it was a surprise, and the girls were only little. So it was hours in the kitchen, absolutely hours. No one was allowed in. So we sat down at the table, and he brought through a baked apple.
It was nice. I just be pudding. We had baked apple for tea when we were poor. And I said to Mum, what's for tea? She said baked apple. I used to think, oh, that's all right. Because she used to core it, fill it all up with sugar inside, sprinkle some on top when it was hot, and it would just bake. And I did all that. They looked absolutely scrummy.
All of our daughters don't eat cooked fruit.
Yeah,
They don't like
Tanisha don't. I'd forgot about that. Tanisha
So,
don't eat cooked
we're
fruit.
there
They were all
looking
laughing
at it.
at me.
And I went, is this dinner? And he went, yeah. And I went, that's pudding. And he went, no, we used to have it for tea when we were hard up. And I went, yeah, but we're not hard up. Where's our meal?
Oh, I remember when my mum, I said, what's for tea? She said, surprise. And I was at the table, you used to have to sit at the table, and I was there, and she put this carving plate down with the spikes on it, and there was a brain, a cooked brain, and it was sheep's brain or something, and there my mum was carving it and putting it on her plate, slices of it, and eating that. I can't remember what it tastes like, but I was like...
Did you ever have to eat that tripe?
Oh,
No, never tried. Mum used to eat it.
The old boys
But-
used to go on the market, didn't they, and get the chips and tripe.
Yeah.
Oh,
I never had it, thank
Oh.
God, but I just don't sound
no.
delicious.
They bleach it, don't they, to get the
Yeah.
because it's
White
green in it
rubber.
and brown in it, because it's not good, is it?
If I ever asked my mother what was for tea, I always got told if it's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. If we got it, you can have it, and if we ain't, you
Yeah,
can't.
no, if it's on your
Yeah.
plate, you're eating it.
Yeah.
But
You asked the old man, and that was shit and sugar.
Yeah. Yeah, we still used if-its with the girls, didn't we? They'd say what's for tea and I'd go if-its.
That's quite funny, you know, because like my old man, he worked offshore, and
Got this up.
when he was him and mum used to take it in turns to do breakfast for us kids in the morning.
Yeah.
And you knew when mum was doing it, because she'd do like the hot porridge and all that, and you'd
Yeah.
come down, you could smell it. You were a little Bisto kid coming down the stairs,
Yeah.
right? If Dad was doing it, you come down the stairs and you hear the kettle go flick. There was no hot milk for that. There was just the boiled water on the porridge.
on the porridge, yeah.
Yeah, but you know, now I prefer it that way. That's how I
Yeah.
eat it.
Well, if you get in porridge pots, you have to put water in, don't you? But
Yeah.
I was always ready, Breck.
I love
My mum
bread.
used to say, you need that in you to keep you warm, because winters were colder back then,
Central
weren't they?
heating for kids.
Yeah. But I used to have mine right thick and stodgy, but now I like it runny.
Do you?
It's weird how your taste change, isn't
It
it?
is, yeah. I could never stomach that shit you used to get at school. Semolina.
Oh no, I used to come down out of the bedroom say, Mum, I'm starving, and she'll say, I'll knock you up some semolina.
Oh,
And
no.
I'd sit there and eat semolina with a sprinkle of sugar on it. Well, more like an inch thick layer.
No,
Oh no, I love it. I could eat semolina now, mate.
no.
You was spoilt as a child, weren't you?
Oh, I hated semolina.
Did you ever have pink blancmange?
No.
No, you ain't lived, mate. Nearly fallen down here, Dan. It's
Good, I would laugh.
tide's still coming in.
Angel Delight.
Angel Delight,
Yeah.
Oh no, because apparently you got to have sprinkles on it.
You have. Hundreds and thousands.
Oh, I never had them on it.
Didn't you?
No. And chocolate cake with chocolate custard.
Yeah.
So it snags there every time, look, because of this weed.
See, that put me off coming here. Dealing with that all
Yeah, but
day.
this is weed from the water, Brett. It isn't that bladder, right?
Well, it ain't weed from the trees.
This is just what's in the water. So it ain't so bad. Need to change them baits quicker than that. We got yapping too much.
I did say to you.
It's you and your cuisines. Your 70s dinners.
Yeah, you say to our girls, baked apple, and they say, I don't even know what Dad was even thinking of when he did that.
I don't like cooked apple.
Oh, I do.
But the thing is, he used everything in the kitchen as well. It looked like a bomb had gone off in it.
Actually, I got away with it today. This is how bad Nicky's memory is.
Let's get no fucking cars on there. Yeah, I've got a 32 gig card in there, I'm sure I have.
Have you just cast her in the same place?
Yeah. I thought I'd get casters out and get it in my rod rest.
I nearly cast as far as you then.
Well, I cast over there, it hit something on this. He'll probably pull me in now.
I went on before you.
You come round there. Oh yeah, you're out there, yeah, fine. Right, mine will travel down anyhow, Brett.
Yeah, mine.
Let me check what we got on this card. Here's the river at Gorleston. You can tell me what minutes that one is on up there, the red one.
36, 31.
Really? That was on an hour and summit I had.
I said 36, 31.
Better just film fishing now then. We've got some footage here, haven't we? So that's yapping and that, innit?
Yeah.
But yeah, there's the river. It's this is a video, this has been filmed a bit different because I've just left the camera running. But yeah, tide is still coming in. That goes all the way down to the mouth of the river, which then goes into the North Sea. So hope this bloody rod goes.
That big old boy who comes with me, have you spoken to him before?
Big old boy.
The big one who came.
No, I haven't. No, you said his name was Martin, didn't you?
Something like that.
Yeah. I'm terrible with names.
So am I, mate.
I remember Stephen because I spoke to him so many times, mate. They're all nice blokes that come and saw you, weren't they, really?
Yeah, all lovely. Yeah. that big bloke, he gave me a bag of stuff.
Hmm?
Yeah, lead making kit, Gemini lead making kit.
Do you know what? It saved me giving you mine now.
Yeah.
I forgot it this time. I was going to bring mine down with the news cones and everything, but you got one now.
Yeah.
You can set that to whatever size weight you want.
Well, there's, I'll have to show you later on video. There's two. One of them, I think one of them you can put the little grippers on.
Yeah.
And he's given me a bag of those and all.
Yeah.
And the other one, I think it's just a normal lead.
Yeah. You just need to get some lead, which isn't hard to get hold of. You just go to scrap metal yard and just buy it. I mean, or contact the roofer and say, I'll do a bit of fishing, I won't mind a couple of kilo of lead. And it's only lead, I think, if you paid £1.50 a kilo, he's making more money than he gets at the scrap yard, and you'll get, out of a kilo, you'll get at least 10 weights, won't you?
Yeah. And they're a couple of quid in the tackle shop.
Yeah, so you're making money, aren't you? You're saving yourself money.
I ain't seen that old boy for a long time. There's normally an old boy walk up and down the quay.
Yeah, sells weights.
Yeah, that's what he does for his little beer money and that, you know, something to do.
Yeah, we bet out everyone he had off him in the end, didn't we?
Yeah. Well, I ain't seen him for a couple of months.
I bought them weights, and do you know what I did with them? Chucked them straight in my bucket to remelt down.
Did you?
Yeah. I found a Gemini weight the other day. I pulled it in on my video at Bay 18, I think it was. That's in my. I chucked that in the bucket to melt down. I don't like it.
Well, we came.
No, three of the blokes yesterday come up to me and thanked me for starting it up.
Yeah.
Because, you know, they don't know anyone anymore. You know, they want to meet new people and get back into fishing and that, so
Yeah, it's good, mate.
it's worthwhile.
Yeah, you got a good title for it as well, ain't you?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a bit, you know,
Yeah.
strong lines, anal. I don't do carp fishing, though. Too much, I feel, in my opinion, I feel that there's a bit of carp fishing and freshwater fishing bleaching into sea fishing, and that sometimes does my head in.
Yeah.
Because I think everybody should be on the beach wearing red, yellow, bright colours, like you used to. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dance
But you don't. You
barbecue.
get so many people, and rightly so. They buy the gear for carp fishing, they want to go sea fishing, they've got waterproofs, but they just happen to be
Yeah.
camouflage. But so you wear them, don't you? Because if that's what you got, that's what you got, innit?
Well, yeah.
It'd be quite scary if everyone thought like you, though, wouldn't it?
Well, be a happier place, Dan.
Do you think?
You think how happy you'd be?
What if I thought like you?
You'd walk out the door and you'd meet another
Oh
Vernon.
my God, that would be horrible. That would be so scary.
I could argue with myself, you know.
You do.
I often do. Call myself all kinds of names sometimes.
You could argue with yourself in a shoebox.
I nearly had an argument ordering a KFC. I went to a parents' evening once, and I weren't fond of this teacher, and she was just talking to Karen the whole time, and I stopped the conversation in mid-flow after about 10 minutes, Brett, and I said, do you know who I am? Well, yeah, you're Mr. Everett. Yeah, that's right, and that's my daughter you're talking to, but you're just talking to my wife. You haven't looked at me once, talked to me once about my daughter. Well, she didn't know what to say, did she, Pet?
That's the first rule I learned when I was a car salesman.
Yeah?
Focus on the woman.
All right.
Because the big mistake every bloke makes when they try to sell a car is talk to the bloke. They think that's who's in charge, buying it, blah, blah, blah. Now, convince the missus.
Yeah. Well, I know someone that's bought a car, and it's due to the colour of the car he bought the car.
Yeah.
Nice colour.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're probably right.
No, it's absolutely right, mate. If you can convince the woman that's a lovely car, the bloke has to buy it. Nice. say, all she was interested in was the bloody colour. That's a worm now.
That's a good worm, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't
Do you
think
know what I
those.
kept finding yesterday though? My worms, every time we were in, they went on there. So I don't know if they were coming off in the cast or what, but it was. I lost heart because I was like thinking, it's out there, it's not fishing, so I went straight back to prawn.
This bugger might actually get me a fish.
I'm sure it will, Brett. I'll just be sitting there.
I'll hand you the rod.
Oh, can you? That'll make my video look better, wouldn't
Wow.
it?
That's the kind of bloke I am.
I couldn't do that, mate. Can't find the end of that, though. I've just broke it in half. I've got 3 ends now. I'm not using it anyhow.
You do know that you're only down here, don't you?
No, I aren't. I cast over there.
You are. You're down here.
No,
Look,
I
there's
am.
the
That-
weed on your line.
Yeah, that's where the line go in. I'll just tighten up the slack.
I remember when we brought a Peugeot. You know, after we'd had kids and thought we better get a family car,
Well, got talked into it.
As you do.
and going in there, and I had Littlin in her little pushchair, and I took sandwiches and her food because it kept going wrong, and I said, I'm not leaving here till that bloody car's fixed. And I sat down and they soon had it fixed. I threatened to pick it up and throw it at them.
I bet you can be quite scary at times, can't you, babe?
Oh.
Huh? If you lose your rag.
I don't lose my rag very often.
No, but when you do, that's it, isn't it? Huh?
I've been driving down the road before when our eldest was little. She was like first time out in the car after having her, and we're coming down the hill and to a junction, and this car was so close to my backside, all you could see was his head in the mirror because he was so close. So I got out and opened the boot up and went, get in, you're halfway there now, just get in. And he just locked the door and he just sat there like this, not looking at me.
Yeah, that's it.
I came home and told him, and he said, you shouldn't get out after people. He said, what would you have done if you'd have got out? I said, I'd have bloody hit him.
Oh, one little bass would be nice, wouldn't it? I'm in Norfolk's.
The rod was dancing
I'm
about
in
there,
Norfolk's
eh?
county of bass fishing, aren't I?
Yeah.
Wiggling about.
Got a big willy on the front pet, look.
What?
Big willy, look.
Oh,
There at the front.
waving.
Is he
Got a wave.
waving?
Yeah, he got a wave.
He's trying to stay in a
Oh, there's 2 subscribers gone.
Only 2.
You'd hit something, wouldn't you, pet?
I wouldn't even be reversed it.
Yeah, you'd still be laughing, wouldn't you?
Yeah. I'd say, you want me to do what with it? You want me to reverse it? That's not my job.
shows you how narrow this river is, and if they can't even turn it round.
Yeah, you'd think that you could shunt it, couldn't you?
I
But
think so.
perhaps they'll Perhaps I'll just shunt around.
No, he'll shunt round at the bend.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's wider there.
Yeah.
I guess that proves how shallow this is, because he'd probably ground out here, wouldn't he, if he tried to turn around?
Yeah.
Well, that rod just moved then.
Probably had got that boat.
Oh, it'd be great to catch on my mum's rod, wouldn't it?
Might have to stay another night.
No, I can't. Work tomorrow. Nice day Tuesday for you though, mate.
Well, depends if the weather stays how the app says it is.
That should be. It's Monday or Tuesday's good for fishing up my way, but
Yeah, I think it's Tuesday.
today's helped me out because I probably ain't got to go Monday, Tuesday now, and I can just get on and get some hours done at work.
It's up to you when you go.
I'll be doing the live this week.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, all the last 2 bits are live this week.
Oh, for your painting. Did you mention it on your video? Why not?
I didn't want to do it on that particular video.
Tuesday.
I'll do a quick 5-minute video one night and say, right, I'm going live tomorrow.
You've got sun and rain from 1 o'clock tomorrow. All morning. It's bone fucking dry. You got them worms, haven't you?
Yeah.
You might as
got
well,
them here with me now.
you might as well use them up, haven't you?
Well, that's what I was going to do, like when I say on my way to Nicky's. But I might come here tomorrow morning
Yeah.
with my...
Get a longer rod. You got some 7-ounce weights, haven't you?
Yeah.
This is old and bottom fine now. Cast upstream, and then it gets buried in there and gets. Got to reel it in fast, pet. Oh, it's heavy. I think I found a snaggy bit.
Have you?
Yeah, look.
Could be that smooth iron I caught you.
Oh, bollocks. I thought it had gone heavy. First time I casted that far across though. Brett, you need to turn that camera to face up to the white car a bit. You'll see what I mean.
Where do you want it?
Just point it down there, will you? Mate, it's pointing at the slip. That's the back of the camera.
Well, then you already had it the right way round.
Now I had it pointing there, and I just wanted it being pointed to there. Snagged off. Tom, you'll have to edit that bit out because I would have, the star of the show would have vanished because it was pointing down at the slip. So
Can't get the staff.
now we can't get stuff. But yeah, we're snagged off. I casted, and instead of casting over there at the grey building, I casted towards the orange ship. And obviously down there there's some snaggy bits and I found it. So we'll tie another swivel on the end of this leader and put another flapper rig on. But that's my small hooked flapper rig, so we're just going to have to go for something else.
They whack it up.
That's probably a bit too far as well.
Should be a
to sort of like go a little bit further under, I think, over. Said I was going to cast further to the side than over there.
The way you threw that, I thought you was going to hit the other side.
Oh, you wouldn't hit that with this, would you? I could cast over there off the ground with my sandstorm in there, and my molly pliers. You did that though when you was 14. Yeah, nothing as of yet. It is what it is, isn't it? But it's an absolute glorious day. The sun is out now, and as you can see, there's plenty of white clouds in the sky. Absolutely fantastic. Seagulls are croaking, or whatever you want to call it. It's all right. Tide's going out now. The tide did hit them sandbags at the bottom, so looks like there was something else there as well. But yeah, I've just snagged off because I casted too acutely down there, and if you watch the last video as well, you'll see I come out with some pretty good words in that as well, didn't I, Pet?
Yeah.
Quite posh yesterday, weren't I?
Yeah.
Is that any better? As long as you can cook my dinner, I ain't bothered.
No, it's not definitely better for that.
It will be.
No.
Yeah, it will.
You'll have to get your marigolds on and your pinny.
Nah, I ain't got 'em. Pink job. I can't taste much cherry in this 7-Up. Is it heavy, mate?
Try a little.
You got me all excited then.
Well, I got excited myself. Doesn't take long much, does it? Well, your bait's gone.
Yeah.
A bit of crab then, wasn't it, or something?
Must have been. This is so light, see?
Yeah. Well, good job you reeled it in, mate. That weren't fishing, was it?
No.
Right, back onto my rod. Hopefully we'll catch.
I don't get much on this 7-Up cherry thing.
Well, do you want one?
I got one.
Oh, right.
It don't taste like cherry or 7-Up.
No, I don't think it does either.
I know why, because it's a zero. They take all the fucking flavour out of it. I'm not grumbling, by the way.
I can't drink the whole.
Yeah, the rest of it down. I'll just drinking it now. Okay. Hey, can we get a smooth hound up there, Brett?
Be nice, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it?
I'll show you how to get one of them.
We could get one that's lost, because you caught one yesterday that was lost, didn't you? Should have been on the Holderness Coast, that bugger.
They should have been.
Or on Yarmouth North Deans, probably.
I hope I don't catch it on this little spinning rod, I know that.
Well, that'd be a fight, wouldn't it?
It tastes like cheap coke, doesn't it?
You're across the
You are. Just cast over and then go round my rod, and then you'll be under. Just cast where you want to cast.
I ain't got a clue where that went.
Yeah. Melon will cook there, don't
I think it tastes like Panda Pop. Do you remember Panda Pop?
Yeah, they were shit and all, weren't they?
Yeah, but it's got that sort of all sweet and no taste.
Panda Pops,
Yeah.
bloody hell. That's going back, babe. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what this tastes like. I'm sure it does. Because it's like real sweet, but doesn't really taste of anything.
Yeah. I feel like you used to get the Panda Pop and then the Mr. Freeze that was about that long.
Well, I used to drink Cresta.
Cresta?
Yeah, with the white
Are you going
polar
back to
bear.
Are you going back to the 50s now?
No, 70s. Cresta. Do you remember a bottle of Cresta?
I don't remember the name, I do remember the polar bear.
Yeah, well, that's crap. Was Cresta. Frothy, man. Do you remember that? I used to love it.
Back
Yeah.
in the days of Hubba Bubba.
Used to, yeah.
Bubbalicious.
Well, compared to the weather forecast, when we checked it, it was like Sunday was complete rain. Can't believe it, can you?
Well,
it's got less weed on it.
You know, there's no snags out there, mate, is there? Unless you cast down there, you're going to get snagged. But there's no snags, is there?
You must have caught some of the old docking or something, didn't you?
Yeah, I would have thought so.
Real mine.
There must be some crabs in this river, mate. I've not known anything like it.
I ain't looking forward to the journey home, neither. What was that on?
I don't know.
An advert for bird's eye, wasn't it?
John's fishing today at King's Lynn.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, in the river for flounder and that.
Has he caught anything?
Not when I've messaged him. I'll send him a picture of their fishing. You'd think there'd be an eel or something out there, wouldn't you?
I think something would bite, even if it was little, wouldn't it?
Even if it was a bloody weaver fish would do. They're fun to run up.
Well, you're catching the weed fish.
Yeah, I'll keep casters happy. Right, let's try and get this where I want to cut. I want to cast to that left-hand side of that power station, really. Somewhere different. That weren't so bad. Cast further that time, that line was stuck underneath the bottom.
Yeah.
You do find that with these old reels. Surprised it hadn't snapped off really. Just leave that to settle.
Where are you gone?
I am. Start the same way, mate. It'll just swing round. That's got fish writ all over that cast
Oh,
Brett.
I thought that when that landed.
Yeah. Flies are undone. You're safe now, pet. Tiger's back in its cage.
I feel rest assured about that.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. More like Tiger Frosty. What was his name?
Tiger Frosty.
Right.
Yeah. Don't you remember that? The Frosty Tiger. What was his name?
It's called Tiger, wait.
Yeah, he didn't have a name.
Everyone's got to have a name, Dal, or else you're nobody.
Well,
Tony.
Tony, was it?
Yes.
There you go then.
well, there you go.
Right, that's enough of reminiscing about this, that and the other. Look at this beautiful day. And I was only going to fish here for 2 hours and the time is now 14:34. I was going at 12:30. Yeah, Brett wasn't even coming. And how's Wanda, mate? Is she treating you well?
Wanda's good. She's not great on power.
She will be, mate.
She will be soon.
Cracking set of alloys you got on there as well.
I know. I know. I was thinking about getting some bigger ones. Got to pimp my ride
Yeah.
and really bling it.
Well, if you got some of them balloon tyres that you get on that Tronics Pro thing, you'd be able to go on the beach.
On the beach, absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Right, let's try and get this
stripped.
Yeah, that's why I reeled it in. Thought there's no bait on that. But it will be in a minute. It's tempting to put a big oozler one on, isn't it? But no point really, is it?
Well, them crabs are being well fed.
Yeah.
Well, we've got good weather for it anyhow.
Very pleasant.
At the minute.
Yeah. Second I want to go when the heavens will open. You never used that rod back on?
Yeah.
Maybe you should. It'd be lovely catching a PB cod on that.
Probably, yeah. I just feel as though it should be used there because that's where I've
Yeah, I
always
understand.
fished.
Yeah, I totally understand.
It's just a huge link with my mum, that's all.
Yeah.
Well, you've used it here now, haven't you? So nothing's stopped you using it anywhere else.
Could use it for probably mullet fishing, but it's still a quite big rod, isn't it? I'm going to try and... There shouldn't be so much tide now, should there?
I thought so. It looks like it's gone out.
I reckon you could get it over there with this rod.
Yeah, it's got a lovely bend to it, hasn't it?
If you put it on the ground and did off ground cast, you'd get it across there.
Yeah.
Let's just hope that don't swing to the left. Shouldn't do, should it? It's going out, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I've come to realise, always wanted to fish here. I think I've mentioned it. For those that are hard of hearing, I've always wanted to fish here. And I've come to realise that this is one of my top favourite places. On a day like this. If it was raining and I could park my van there where this van is, you could fish out the back of your van. So I'd have shelter, but it's a nice place to fish over high water. Somewhere different. Not fished on the slip, and it's good for me because of my hip. So you're on this slipway. And it gets slippy at the bottom. But yeah, it's all good. And I ain't got bad company. I've got this old fella here, look. The Bretsky on the Wanda.
I was just thinking maybe we should get out together here.
Can't afford that, mate.
And then we'll just...
Gill fishing here.
Yeah.
They've got bloody Woody up there on that. He must have he's got a power cell on that, hasn't he? For his electric.
Yeah.
Not good on a day like this, is it? And I've also got the wife with me all weekend. Looking forward to Monday, going to work. Oh, I've got your Monday as well, haven't I? Got a Monday as well. It's not so bad, is it? She's got a lot to put up with me. But yeah, just a quick one. I was going to mention this a bit back, but I've got a question. I've got no opinion on this apart from when you go in a urinal in a men's toilets, I have noticed that some men undo the belt, undo the top button, pull the trousers down, some of them to the knees, and then have a wee. Now, is that because they haven't got a lot there to lop it over the zip, you know, the old chap? That's what me and the wife are wondering, because I don't have that problem, you see, because mine just falls out and just always cleans the urinal with mine. It's terrible. So I don't have that problem, but I just wanted to know, why do men... Brett,
Well, I was thinking to ask.
do you undo your flies, belt, and drop your trousers down to have a whittle?
No, but if you've witnessed...
So then Bretsky's got a long old chap as well. So yeah, go on.
If you've witnessed a guy doing this, have you stuck around long enough to see what he
No,
does
I was
next?
washing my hands in the toilet.
Because maybe...
That I'll get to it, yeah, go on.
Well, maybe he's a bit backward and he's pulled all that down. He's actually
To
turned
try and
around
impress
sat
me.
on it.
Shouldn't the
Right.
question be, why is he hanging around in urinal?
Now, I'll
Yeah.
get to that, The thing with that is I used to wash my...
Feels like Elton
Pet,
John
pet, beak, pet. just let me finish my bit. So yeah, well, I just want to put this straight. I don't lurk around toilets looking at men's winkies. What I actually did was I was washing my hands in the sink, and in the mirror I'm thinking, why the heck is his trousers round his knees? But the whole reason for this is, me and the wife drove down on Friday, and did we see 3 men, Pet? Yeah. And they all had the belt undone and the trousers down to get the knob out. So it must, I can only think it's small, innit, Pet? What would you say? Tiny dick?
I have no opinion.
No, you've got to have an opinion. This is an opinion show.
No, I have no opinion.
Well, my opinion is...
Maybe that's how they were taught to do it.
Yeah, all right. And so we can't have an opinion.
No.
It's nothing to do with little willies.
No.
Anyhow, can you just let me know what it's all about? If there's someone out there and you just say it's better, but if I was to do it at my age, I'd probably piss all over my trousers around my knees, wouldn't I, Pet?
For the state of public toilets, I wouldn't have my trousers around my ankles. You don't know what's going to be lying in.
No, you have to, when you sit on the toilet for the other.
I'm holding them.
Yeah, and I hook them on my knees. I've got some size 10 wood screws drilled into mine.
This is a lovely...
You learn over a weekend.
Yeah. Anyhow, I just wanted to put that out there and ask the question, because it's amazed me driving down to Yarmouth. I saw so many people with the trousers down having a wee. It's like you're a school kid, isn't it? If you can let me know, brilliant. Are you good, Pet?
I'm good.
Right. Tide's going out now, so I've cast it the wrong way. So I'm reeling it in, and it's the last cast. Because even though it's so sunny and enjoyable there, I could stay here all day and then I'll be getting them at midnight, and that's no good, is it? So we'll get this in, we'll cast the other way.
It's heavy.
It's not heavy. It's not heavy. We'll see what the bait's like as well, see how quick them crabs are working.
Nothing on there, I don't think.
Yeah, one prawn's gone already.
Yeah.
Unreal, isn't it?
Well, you're giving them a good feed.
I should have probably bait elastic it on, but I just can't be arsed. It's not that I can't be arsed, it's just nice just to put a bait on, isn't it? And right, we're going to put 2 big buggers on. I'll put put little ones on.
Right, better reel and have my last cast and all.
That's a nice little pigeon, that, isn't it?
Chase the pigeon, chase the pigeon.
Did you used to watch Penelope pit stop?
Yeah.
Dick Dastardly and Muttley.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting picked off though.
They sit there roaring away.
I miss those days, Saturday morning cartoons.
But when you put on like the cartoons of now, they just sit there and they're not even watching it.
Because they're crap.
So I put something like Tom and Jerry on, or Roadrunner, and they sit there and they're giggling their heads off.
Yeah, proper cartoon.
Yeah.
Well, I bought Finger Bob's video when I had young kids, and the wife said to me, Brett, they'll not watch that rubbish. I said, won't they? Anyhow, they were in the front room and I put it on video and they both sat there watching it intently.
Yeah.
Because she can't ever admit she's wrong, she just walked out back into the kitchen.
Did you buy Button Moon as well?
No, that was before my day.
Eh?
Well, I
That was after Finger Bob.
Didn't he have a metal hat on his head?
I don't know.
So yeah, we've casted to the left to the red door this time. You've got to cast to the red door and it'll swing round, and it's already swung round, so hopefully I'll be fishing in a different spot. Didn't think of that really because it's been so calm after the initial tide coming in. But there you go. It's been a glorious day here. It's been a bit of rain, We had to take shelter under the brolly in the van, and my towel got wet, but everything's good. It's been sunny for the rest of the time, hasn't it, Pet?
Yeah.
It's supposed to rain at 3 o'clock,
Well, let's not talk it up.
but it don't look like it is. So hopefully we'll be able to finish and get away and go get ice cream, I reckon, or just go home. First time I've been fishing in front of me. Because I've been casting down there and it's hell bottom, isn't it?
Yeah. There's a remake of Words and Gummidge now, isn't there?
Is there?
And that's all changed. They've changed it. Aunt Sally in Aunt Sally. Aunt Sally is actually his auntie.
Was that Aunt Michael now or something?
No, they still call her Aunt
Transgender.
Sally, but it's an older person who's actually his auntie. And Aunt Sally was never that, was she?
No.
And
Well, no, he's always tried getting her knickers.
Well, Aunt Sally was an Aunt Sally. I think an Aunt Sally, isn't that a wooden thing that they
Yeah.
used to make or something and have on a... Wasn't it called an Aunt Sally for a reason?
and then the Crow Man.
What you got in there, mate?
A proper weed fish.
Have you got a proper weed fish?
Proper weed fish. If you pull away the top layers of the weed fish.
Yeah. Oh, there's a little babby eel. Oh, mate, it's grotted. You're going to have to cut your rig.
Yeah. But I didn't blank.
Last reeling and he ain't blanked. Scissors are there, mate. Well, Brett, how's your rig?
I was doing alright. What you done to my rig?
What's happened to your rig, mate?
I made that myself.
Did you?
Yeah, look at
Well,
that.
keep all the bits.
In memory of you.
No, because you made another rig from it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can tie all them little bits together.
Yeah.
I said to Brett, you watch, you'll get a fish on this, because I did say to him, I think you got a bite on that. And he had, what'd you have, mate?
I had a massive eel.
A massive eel.
Conger eel.
Now, you'd think it was dead, and I got the scissors in on it, and I chopped his reel up. He was crying while I was doing it, and it's in the bucket, wiggling about, alive.
You saved it, mate. You saved it.
So Brett's going to get it out and show you. Because
And
there's no...
and the eel.
Yeah, because there's no fish on my video from me yet, but there might be on my... There might be. You never know.
You might have his mother.
Soup, so mate. Yeah. Cloth if you need it. Wriggly little things, aren't they?
Isn't they? Horrible, aren't they? Can't get hold of the bloody thing. Come on.
That's it, Galvert. There you go. And it's swimming about and it's alive.
Yeah, he's going back.
Going back. And John, you can't have it. It might look lifeless, but it is swimming around the bucket, wasn't it, mate?
Yeah.
Gone. Swam down into the depths.
Yep, it's gone.
I reckon he's feeling a bit sore because he was, you know what they do? They wrap themselves up so tight.
Is that a seal there?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is where you're now going to start getting bites, look.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Bloody hell. I'm going to change this battery and then I'll bring you back and reel my rod in. Fish. But this is it. Whatever is on this is on it. There's not a lot I can do apart from pray. Oh, it's heavy. It is heavy.
Another weed fish?
Don't know, it could be a fish, couldn't it? Either that or a bloody snag.
Gas pipe.
It's heavy.
It's snagged up.
All day I've been, haven't I?
It's that seal, it's got the other end of it. Playing.
Can't can't walk all the way down there, can I?
No. There's a glass of a tip.
Bloody hell. But there's a fish on it as well. Felt like I could feel it knocking.
Could you?
Bless. My name's going to be mud for a couple of weeks.
You know what'll happen the next time you fish and you're not there and you catch? He'll say that's because Brett's not here.
Yep, definitely.
Don't turn that camera over here, will you?
Come here, do it.
No, we're done. Oh, that's it.
Where's he going?
Where is he?
Walking along down there. He'll be at the pier in a minute.
I'll get it.
Good luck.
I'll get ready with the pom-poms. I'll have to pick him up on the scooter in a minute.
Oh, he has got it. It's weed, isn't it?
Snapped off. Now then, this was my favourite place. This was in my top 5 favourite place, and it still is. Now that must have had a load of weed on that, because I never got the weight off the bottom, so I was dragging it along the bottom. It was heavy, so it must have been weed. I'm sure it weren't a monkfish or something exciting, do you know what I mean? But there was something on it. I think it was weed, so I dragged it along, and it obviously got caught into a snag over in the same sort of area exactly where I got snagged last time. So cast to the left, don't let cast out too far, just bring it in short, and then you'll miss that snag to there. But I'm not giving out any tips. So yeah, this is it fishing here today. Brett from Brett Sea Fishing, this chap here,
Brett's Fishing Diaries.
who looks, yeah, Brett's Fishing Diaries, who's looking smug for himself. It's because he caught a fish. He caught an eel, and it was a glorious looking fish because it's the only fish that we've seen today. I've been using prawn all day, and it hasn't done anything apart from feed the crabs, I think. Or, well, it could have been smaller fish because I've had tiny hooks on. There's nothing else to say, is there? It's another blank. I don't care because I've enjoyed it today. It's been good company with the wife and Brett. It's been a bit of rain, lots of sun, rain clouds are coming again. This is the end of the video. This is fishing on Riverside Road at Gorleston-On-Sea, and it's been totally enjoyable, even without any fish. So, but it would have been nice to catch one, wouldn't it? Nothing else to say really. It's just I'm gutted, especially since Brett's rubbed me nose in an eel again. Don't matter, does it? It's been a great day. It's been a great weekend. Check out Brett's fishing diaries, and if you can make it, go to one of his Tight Line Calm Minds meets up. He's on Facebook now as well, and keep checking out his Facebooks. Paint it with Brett, because soon he will be painting on his channel, which is a whole new channel. And if you like painting, go check him out. Paint with Brett. Nothing else to say. Next time you see me, it'll be on a beach. Probably will be on a beach, and I will drop the odd fishing trip in at the River Humber. So see you anon. Well, no, we'll not see you anon, because Pet, it's good night from me. There you go. See, it's not took long, only about a year and a half, but we're getting there, aren't we? So I'll see you anon. The belt undone and the trousers down to get the knob out, so it must, I can only think it's small, innit, Pet? What would you say?